Alright traders, welcome back once again to Cryptodicators. So this is a coordinated bearish attack which is happening everywhere. It's not only Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's happening everywhere, guys. Yesterday's video was all about how SPY could be an early indicator of the price action on Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. Why? Because guys, the price action on both the major crypto assets is positively correlated to all the stock market indices as of now, right? And guys, look, this was a grind line which we were above this entire support line for more than 2 months, and finally a candle below this entire trend line opened on SPY. Well, it started with Nifty in the morning and then it went towards UK 100, and it is now playing out on the S&P 500 itself, which is happening on Bitcoin, right? And guys, look, Bitcoin got a lot of things to talk about Bitcoin right here, but essentially Bitcoin is starting a new trend, guys. Unfortunately, this is starting a new lower high trend, which is kind of correlated to most of the indices altogether, right? And Bitcoin is at a critical support, guys. If Bitcoin is not able to hold on to let's say, guys, 42,500 as a whole, right, as that region has been a very relevant and a very major level since a very long time. So essentially, if Bitcoin starts trending below 42,500, most likely we'll be retesting these highs, these levels, guys, these levels at $38,500 levels, right? And once we lose this one, you're going to be getting back into the range lows altogether. And guys, look, just because of this rejection coming in from these levels, we could start considering some bearishness in the price action as a whole, guys, as this one was coming in at 618. As you can see, guys, this entire market top at 64,000, and if we just run a Fibonacci retracement level on this entire bearish leg to the downside, we can see that we did get rejected from 618 as a whole, guys, which is your $50,000 as a whole. So Bitcoin being not able to, let's say, take down $50,000 to the upside means that, yes, guys, most of the altcoins and most of the market landscape is going to be generally bearish to sideways to maybe some resolution in the small time frames. For example, this one, I do feel that in the small time frames, Bitcoin is most likely going to be doing something like this, right? And it's going to be testing this trend line, which is going to be telling us a lot of things. So essentially, if Bitcoin is doing this for, let's say, the rest of the day itself, most of the crypto assets will have their relief bounces coming in, right? Which means, guys, look, if Bitcoin is essentially overall going to be staying below this rejection high coming in at $48,500 levels, your general bounce coming in on any altcoin is going to be a sell opportunity. It's going to be a shorting opportunity as a whole. Is this a financial advice? Am I telling you guys to short the fuck out of this market? Probably not, guys. Plan your trades any which ways. But yes, the direction is kind of being set in by Ethereum and Bitcoin as a whole for the rest of the week, as this week literally started pretty bearish, guys. We did take out most of the supports, right? Which means that we don't particularly have a lot of buy side liquidity coming in on these levels, which means that potentially we could continue our trend for the rest of the week and maybe even test the higher side of $30,000 as a whole, right? So let's jump into Ethereum. And guys, look, I was talking about how $3,200 is kind of a major support, guys, and we kind of resolved this one to the downside. So essentially, Ethereum staying below this entire range right here. Essentially, Ethereum grinding below this line would mean that we could be having a steeper down trend on Ethereum itself, guys. Now, you know the hierarchy, right? If Bitcoin goes down by 10%, Ethereum is going down by probably 15, 18, 20%. And if Ethereum is going down by 20%, this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. You can see right here, most of the perpetual contracts, double-digit losses coming in on most of the perpetual contracts on FTX itself. Well. If Ethereum is breaking some key levels, this is what is supposed to happen on most of the altcoins, guys. And well, to be honest with you, we could get supported right here on these levels. And you know the real, guys. If Bitcoin is unable to claim 50,000, Ethereum will most likely start setting in a new trend, which is going to be towards the downside, right? So with that said, guys, we could be looking at a small term bounce coming on Ethereum, but most likely it's going to be a sell in the first and the foremost pass. I would be looking at $3,400 as a whole to act as a sell side liquidity range, right? And if you're unable to, let's say, reclaim this one before this daily candle closes, we could be continuing to the downside for the rest of the week, right? So with that said, guys, I'm going to be catching all of you in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.